chains, he must remain in position. If he wants to fight, he pops the Flame Guard.
And the really interesting thing about this mid lane is that Arteezy doesn't have any magic damage, so there's no way he's going to break the Flame Guard in any way. Ferrari can go in on Arteezy knowing that unless if he gets ganked by Sand King +1, the Flame Guard will stay through the entire duration.
Okay, the arrow missed. Chuan's already rotated off that bottom lane. I'm not so sure about this early rotation coming out from Invictus Gaming, especially when it's only one hero, but it looks like they're a little bit concerned about the supports of Invictus Gaming, finding just some levels quickly. Like, they've already both level 3, so the pulling begins here from Chuan. And this will cause some problems for the offlane, actually just force Batrider to go to Radiant jungle.
Yep, he did get level 4.5 though, which is really good at 4 minutes here for Universe. The Radiant offlane really paying off here, and he will just go in and, like you said, stack the jungle or just farm 2 camps at once here with Firefly. It looks like it's going to be his choice since he came down here pretty much 4 minutes straight, so couldn't stack at that point. So he's going to get his level 5 from this, maybe 5.5 in total roughly, and looking to maybe not get the fastest of Blink Daggers in this game since he went for the Tranquil Boots first, but could still be seeing it sub 10.
We got a nice rune coming now in for Ferrari 430, so he'll return towards the mid lane with the DD rune. So keep your eyes very much peeled on that PA, but also PA's about to hit level 6, and this is something we're going to keep our eyes on very closely. How often is he able to crit? Because his ranged harassment damage is really going to skyrocket if he's able to get a good like a random generator onto Ferrari. So you got to look for that random chance. I also like this from Chuan. There's no observer ward actually watching for any kind of movement, so he just tries to stay in the trees and use that fog of war, just like they were doing on the bottom lane to try and gain an advantage.
Yeah, but Arteezy's playing this very wisely. He knows something is going on since the IG heroes are missing from the bottom lane. He's just farming with the Stifling Dagger. It does 140 pure damage, has a ridiculous cast range, so he can farm from a distance. And I think this is one of the main reasons that EG love playing it in the mid. First off, it suits the style that they adopted where they play a carry hero in the mid lane. And secondly, it's very hard to stop a PA from farming because she can always farm from a huge range and avoid these ganks. And IG effectively wasting about 30 or 40 seconds there on Chuan, trying to look for a fish in the mid lane, and Arteezy wasn't even in vision at any point.
That's a long time to waste too, especially when you have Mason on this bottom lane, continuously farming up, getting very close to level 6, which is going to be really problematic for the Brewmaster, especially with like Bane, SK rotating ganking. And well, we can speak of that one too, as IG. They're having a bit of a wander around, trying to find for their opening. Observer was trying to set up 2, and they got close enough to Mason. Picked up, throwing down. The arrow will connect. Sunstrike as well as Clap combo. Mason, he got 1 charge as well. They're going to get for the courier as well. Over the trees. It's away. It's away. Zai, he has Burrow Strike level 2 available. Burrow Strike underneath Faith. They can't kill up YYF. They know that too, but with Brain Step and base attack damage, they can bring down 1. YYF goes into the Clap. No Burrow Strike, but Universe comes out of the jungle. The arrow flies straight from Chuan underneath the wing of Universe, chasing down YYF. 2 napalm, 3 napalm into the Firefly with a Burrow Strike holding him there. A double kill coming. Bane PPT, while in middle lane, yep, he doesn't have Blink though, it's on cooldown. And Ferrari is bottle charging straight away. But Arteezy definitely getting up and close and personal there with Ferrari, even getting crits on his illusions.
Yeah, this is something to keep in mind about this mid lane. Of course, Ferrari's ultimate, the movement speed, or the speed with which you throw out the Remnant is based on your current movement speed. And since Arteezy has such a low cooldown slow for 50%, he can initiate on Ferrari if he doesn't have any spirit in the lane, because throwing it out is actually going to take a lot of time. And in addition to that, of course, since the change to Coup de Grace, where it starts doing critical strike damage on the Stifling Dagger as well, the lane harassment from Arteezy is really powerful.
And he needs a couple more crits though as he throws out those Stifling Daggers, but unable to get a hit just so far. But there's also movement, man. Mason, he's about to crack. Okay, he's not level 6 just yet. He's waiting for this Devour to come off cooldown so he can pick up the 10 Alpha Wolf and get the aura he's really searching for. Because I don't think he really wants to keep this Swiftness aura. He needs to find the extra damage because that's really going to help Arteezy if he comes to join him in the middle lane. While Batrider, looks like Universe has returned towards that top lane. He's getting closer and closer to having that Blink Dagger.
Now, 7 minutes in. That's really good for an offlane, obviously. YYF, although it looks good for the Batrider. YYF not doing too shabby either. He's 3-1-1 and has 2,000 gold, so he's actually going to be pretty much tied on the Blink Dagger time with Batrider.
Like this is really, really fast, man. Like, but the fact that giving him so much space, like IG have just completely abandoned this lane where they're looking at an SK.
Yeah, who almost has his own Blink as well. And he's level 6 too, so a lot of experience coming the way of both teams in this game. And that's of course what's going to happen when you have 1 kill per minute in the early game here. I think PPD is going to be high level as well. Yeah, he's 5, almost 6 too. So I think this is a game in which the supports will start moving extremely much around the 10-minute mark because they all have the levels they need. They're just giving Zai a little bit of space. PPD will be getting level 6 from his next gank. And then nowhere on the map is safe. This roaming, the lineup for EG has, again, they've managed again to secure themselves a draft that has many ways of initiating and ganking. They've got Sand King, Batrider, and Doom will probably get a Blink Dagger, as well as the Fiend's Grip. There's so many utility-based spells that can really make a difference here, and Ferrari will not be safe in the mid lane because of that.
He puts the Spirit back.
Actually, he might be in trouble right now if they get the
Sentry
Nightmare.
Ward. Sentry Ward's watching him.
Out.
It's that Sentry Ward. He saw PPD coming in at the last moment.
Yeah, that was indeed not a smoke, but an invis rune for PPD, so he was visible.
That's why the Sentry Ward's able to function. Blink Dagger, how quick is that as well? Nicely timed for YYF.
I think Luo is going to be a little bit unhappy now. Do you see what just happened if you look at his inventory? So he had the recipe for Midas in his inventory, and then he flew out bought the Gloves of Haste for it, and then it turns into Treads instead of Midas. So he's going to have to wait for another 120 gold before he completes that. It's not too big of a setback, but it's a bit annoying. It was about 40 seconds on the Midas because of that. A little unfortunate.
It's kind of a weird thing as well as be walking around with like a belt of strength or something.
I think he might have just had the magic with extra damage.
YYF, Blink Dagger, Fade Body, Nightmares one, Brain Zaps the other. A lot of life points being brought back in for that one, but still, it's not enough to survive. But then again, Nightmares over on Chuan, PPD. Sunstrike's coming in, off target. He evades Arrow and Sunstrike, PPD through the trees. Unbelievable! He's on the way out. YYF, Nightmares himself, he denies himself on the bottom lane. I want to say, Milk, eat your words. 5-4 PPD. Next level plays on the bottom lane, Invictus Gaming. Slapped back and denied.
The sickest thing about that was the Sunstrike dodge.
And the arrow too, he actually split it perfectly.
Wow, what a play at PPD. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
And look at him already.
He keeps his kill streak because of that.
They're coming bottom lane, YYF, he's in already, the Burrow Strike. It actually got 2 from Zai. He got Faith as well. Doombringer just lets it rip on Faith. He doesn't care. They get the kill. They'll get the deny on the tier 1 tower as well. And it's 6-5 now in favor of EG.
Question is, can they turn it into a tower themselves? I think IG will actually be able to hold this bottom tower. This is one thing that EG's draft doesn't really have anything to do.
Ferrari.
Yeah, they don't really have too much pushing potential in the lineup, so expecting IG to get a little further ahead on towers as we speak in the top
really
lane.
Careful, Ferrari. He jumps to his Spirit. He got out. He needs to get a Searing Chains over on PPD. Burrow Strike in from Zai. Wow! Rubik! Well, once there stood a Grand Magus. And all of a sudden the assassin strikes Ferrari. Even from range, there's a jump in from Zai! He got him again, they need a crit! Up the arrow again, flies astray Ferrari, Searing Chains, gets Zai and PPD, Zai already Dragon Brawled up, Sandstorm protects him, looking to get inside the pit, Blink Dagger comes off cooldown, but YYF sticks with him. The Nightmare was taken off by Chuan. And the PPD as well as Arteezy, they do back themselves up. While Luo does take the tier 1 tower on the top lane.
I was about to say, while all this action is happening, Luo is just being very, very stable in that top lane. He takes the tier 1 tower, he's got 72 CS in an 11-minute game. He's looking very, very good at this point, almost level 10. Already has 2 Forged Spirits available and will now rotate into the mid lane. And this is the problem EG has in this game. It's kind of similar to the previous game where IG are taking towers early on, but this time they have secured themselves the late game. They have an Invoker farming well, an Ember Spirit for Ferrari, as well as a support Mirana who could potentially translate later on with carry items sometimes.
Down, there he is. Getting down with the MP! He just destroys! Ferrari's on low life. He was lucky to survive a Rubik and the Mirana. And not as that was a quick jump in, and look how fast IG responded, but it almost felt like the initial initiation of Ferrari was just bait. YYF. Blink away, the Brewmaster's little BA really in trouble. Sunstrike, Blower trying to... now it's over on Ferrari, he has to cancel on this point, PPD, he's too far up, the damage is too much, in the middle of the Invictus. And Lou will pick double kill, maybe a triple now. Bimbria spinning it round and round up in the air, he'll come back. Clap, as well as the damage of the Fade Ball. Triple kill from Invoker, planting and safe on top. 2.7k gold. And they ingest a lot of money into him. A Necro book straight purchased.
I thought he might consider going for an Orchid in this game, seeing the Sage's Mask in his inventory, but considers the Necrobook the better choice. I think it's going to be good here as well. Will allow them to, of course, see the Sand King inside the Sandstorm with the True Sight. The mana burn is going to be very useful against a hero like the PA, who has a very small mana pool, but is actually very dependent on being able to cast the Phantom Strike. And when he has that Necro 3, just one attack as well as the manual cast mana burn will actually remove all of Arteezy's mana. So he's going to have to be a little bit careful here. And EGvsIG, really big fight for them. They take their third tower. And even though this epicenter from Zai was amazing, and it looked like EG were getting a really good grip on the game, I still think EG has got everything they need at this point to expand their lead and go into a very strong mid game.
EG's going to be really careful about this. There's been so much play around the mid lane. You know the vision's there, and Universe, he comes in.
It's already on half though, Roshan.
Yeah.
EG cannot leave this area right now. If they show on the bottom lane with 1 or 2 heroes, the Roshan is going to be sniped off meanwhile. So yeah, a lot of pressure on them. And Chuan, never mind, I heard a sound of an ability that was on cooldown. Oh, okay. Getting a little crazy at this point.
You're freaking out, Sin. You're freaking out. Just chill, calm. But then again, considering how much Red Bull I've drunk today, there is no such thing as calm. 9-9, 14 minutes into the game. Invictus Gaming is still just sitting on a knife edge right now, and they're the ones under pressure. They're the ones who are 1 game behind right now. They need to work hard if they want to try and come back here. And actually, look, the first time they showed themselves, Arteezy moves towards the top lane, and instantly EG, like, they know there's a ticket of freedom. And EG, maybe they just think, you know, at this point, there's just no point. Like, if they grab the Aegis to the Immortal, they grab the Aegis to the Immortal. They just keep farming up.
It's going to be dangerous for EG to go in here, even though they have a pretty good Roche fight lineup between Bat Rider and Sand King. But
yeah, they won't.
It's still too difficult at this point, I think. I agree. EG are going to check it out again now, but they know it's too late. They knew this was happening anyway, but they might as well scout it. So good control here from EG, and the trade-off for EG, like you said, is just going to be a little bit of farm. They didn't even get a tower trade or any sort of warding out, so no extra map control gained.
The one nice thing they have...
How did they get that ward down here? When were IG down in the Radiant Jungle so far? This ward could actually prove really useful.
I'm not actually 100%
It's going to prove to be useful right now.
Mason, a arrow will connect. The Sunstrike will take the kill. Luo, 4-0-1 now over on his Invoker. At the same time though, Zai, he's had a lot of pressure towards the bottom lane. Up on the top lane, Arteezy is pushing him. This was the trade-off. EG, they try to find someone, they got someone in the middle lane, but they're forced to go between 2 different lanes. YOAF comes up lane to deal with Arteezy, and Arteezy's quite fine with this. And on bottom lane, EG Creep Wave keeps pushing in with the Catapult behind it, and Bane as well. PPD will be the man to take out this tower. Chuan will attempt to nail, and he got it as well.
Oh, that's gotta suck.
And
We've got 3 heroes in position. Universe was ready. Oh, yeah.
With the Moonlight Shadow, he just comes point blank range. Searing Chains. TP won't work. Faith is here. Picks him up. Steals actually Stifling Dagger as well. But the Invoker, Luo. Again, this man is back inside of his own jungle farming up, but he takes yet another kill for Invictus Gaming. And his net worth almost his 9.2k net worth.
Holy.
Compared to like Mr. Doombring, a hand of minus level 4 Devour, he's over 3,000 net worth above him. That says a crap ton.
Yeah, he's getting a Necro 3 together with Midas and Treads at 16 minutes. Luo, he's been free farming the whole time and just sniping kills left, right, and center. And it's not just about the gold. He's getting a lot of experience from these global kills as well since he gets the last hit. So looking really good for him. Ferrari, he is one of the swords away from the Battle Fury that he usually goes for on the Ember Spirit. And IG look like they're trying to find something. I don't think they're going to get anything though. EG,
they've got him. They'll go
actually,
under.
he will.
There's the Searing Chains. You bet your Nelly they will. And another time, that Sunstrike strikes again.
And EG, they get to feel this was the treatment that IG gave Alliance. Just the one difference was that it was the exact same setup. Ferrari into the Searing Chains, Sunstrike and Arrow. Just that Alliance had to deal with a Fissure as well.
With 17 minutes, IG's going to go high ground.
Okay.
They got so much. They're throwing Stifling Daggers from the Rubik. The dagger actually blinked away from PA. He was going to evade the arrow anyway. That was meant to be for a walk away, that arrow. But the Necro unit's almost down. But they got 17 minutes and a half in. There's tier 3 towers and 1/3 of his life points. Sleight of Fist bouncing around. And Zai, he just Burrow striking to get rid of these damn creeps in the middle lane. Be careful about how much damage you'll take, though. But they do repel them. 443 life points in a mid-tier 3 tower. And IG don't have to really expend anything. Like, all their combination, it's not even like, oh, are they getting a Brewmaster ultimate off during the team fight? It's here's a basic combo arrow, here's a basic jump in. they don't risk any of their major abilities. It's unlike our Tidehunter or Enigma games. They're not worried about mass abilities being on cooldown.
No, and I'm just amazed to see IG going this aggressive. You can just tell how hungry they are for the game 3 and 4, for making a statement here. It seems when IG get that Ember Spirit, by the way, Ferrari is 007, I have to point that out. Actually only getting assists because Luo is taking every single kill with the Sunstrike. But when you give IG this hero, when you give IG this hero, it just seems like they're on another level. And that level is just almost god tier, right? They're amazing without it, but when they have it,
it's
how
Ferrari,
do you deal with
man.
that?
It's Ferrari, the way he moves. Like, even just getting a Searing Chains when you've only got one target to slide a fist is quick on the fingers, is wonderful to watch. Like a good Ember Spirit player. It's like a nightmare for a commentator's camera, but
it is a really good pianist hero.
Oh, yeah.
It really is one way you can use it.
You are too far up, man. He is going to get blinked on, clapped, Stifling Dagger again coming out from the Rubik. They pick him up and just hold him down. Oh, they throw him back away from the Sunstrike. The arrow will still get the kill, but Faith being dragged away. They'll get PA for a Rubik. Not a worthwhile trade when Doombringer also up in the air. The Brewmaster, but definitely Blast Mason and a half-life. And Chuan, Starfall from range, and the Urn, everything they've got.
And the Tornado too.
Oh, they got another one. They got another one. Necro units are moving in. Ember Spirit's trying to get in range. There's your arrow. Timed perfectly by Chuan. He is a master of long-wadded spears. And now they'll go in on top of the tier 3 tower. Another Slider Fist. PPD dropping low. He has the Fiend's Grip up, but there's no way he's going to get a channel up on that one, especially a full duration. Fortification must be used. Arteezy's up in 5 seconds time. Ferrari deeper again. Another Searing Chain, but they're just trying to buy space right now. Range Racks being focused by Luo, and they jump Universe! There's no lasso, he's just coming in for the Firefly. YYF, Alacrity's over on him. Fiend's Grip now being used by PPD. He's inside the Firefly. They're trying to get a little bit more fight in this one. Arteezy's back. The Brewmaster might be down, but Ferrari, he's back to the front lines. They're getting out of this one. Luo, he's zoomed up for the moment. Ferrari, Searing Chain on 2. Barrow strike back in again. Zai, he tried to get in. There goes your Aegis to the Immortal. PA is down again for the count. Ferrari jumps again on PPD. The range ranks are still up.
Did he just dodge a Burrow Strike with Sleight of Fist right there? It's like an instant cast spell.
It looked like it, man.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
The arrow fishes again. Look at they come in already. Look at the ice pass. So perfect. He's not getting out this one. Bounced and tossed around like a ragdoll universe. In comes Zai. Nice epicenter, but Luo, he does go down, but only to the Sandstorm at the end. Nightmares on Ferrari. He backs himself out quickly. Quick Searing Chains. Again onto Zai. The arrow comes in. They'll evade it again. But Ferrari, he's got 15 one-charge. The fight keeps going and they keep fueling his fire.
This IG, it's not like EG is even playing poorly. EG is playing incredibly well, but it's just not enough. This setup combination from IG Ember into Mirana arrows and the initiations from YYF's Brewmaster as well. I can't really put a finger on IG's
too
play.
Far. There's the collapse. Searing Chains. Look at him go down. Burrow strike from Zai. Now he's out a little bit too far. Has to back it up. But another 40 seconds for RTZ on the sideline. And IG, they breach again. And they will bring down the range racks this time around. Coming with a Catapult, who doesn't know objective-based gaming. It hates buildings, mainly moonwells.
Faith has the stolen Fiend's Grip off cooldown in only 15 seconds, so they're going to be able to siege some more. Zai just trying to buy some time here. The range barracks almost down.
Another Searing Chains. Arrows on the way in. And Universe! The Sunstrike takes out Mason. Universe is stuck here. Picked up by Faith. Tossed back with the Telekinesis. Another Searing Chains. They just can't catch a break here, EG. PPD taken out. Range Racks goes down. 22 minutes it took to do so. PPD being stunned up, and the Brewmaster, he takes the SK out of play now. Back over to the melee racks. IG, that's what they came for. They can't take much more than this, though. The tier 2 towns are still up on the side lanes unless they want to take more lives. And they're thinking about it. The blink away by Arteezy. Are they? Moonlight Shadow. Ferrari's going back to base again. They leave some sentry wards behind. Are they coming? Zai! Oh, he's Fiend Script! They're going in deep. The arrow! Just up the side, Sunstrike.
It's a minefield. Like, where do you go if you're EG?
Dude, this is techies without the techies right now. Anywhere you walk, you could just explode.
It's just the whole ground. It's just one big booby trap when you're playing against Ferrari. Like, no matter where you go, suddenly you just get entangled and there's an arrow out of nowhere.
Look at Universe. Smoke up. He's got an opening. He's got Chuan dragging him back. But what are you getting? You're getting a support hero.
They even doomed him.
Okay, they've lost bottom tier 2 talent now. They can't repel this. They have
I
no
doubt that as
control
well.
over anybody. And there's a DD rune on the Ember Spirit. Ferrari has DD Chrysalis Battle Fury 23 minutes in.
Uh-oh.
You do not want to be part of this engagement if you're EG.
Now, at the same time, if they don't try to fight, they are already being contained inside their base. Look at this beautiful ward, by the way, here from IG. They put the pressure in the mid lane. The defensive sentry is down here from EG, but they're not expecting the aggressive ward to be placed here because it is indeed usually placed somewhere in this area.
It's because you're expecting a push to come through the bottom lane, not the top. Like, it's easier for you.
Yeah,
you can control the jungle as well if you do so.
This is just as amazing as IG's game against the Lions with the Ember Spirit Mirana combination. I can't really stop talking about it.
Do people now understand why?
To watch.
You understand now why people banned the Ember Spirit in the first two up against Invictus Gaming?
Yeah, I think it's their best hero, and it's not just that Ferrari's amazing with it, which he is, but the whole team just rallies around that ranged initiation. They just use it so damn well. And you just see it on Ferrari's score as well. It's not about getting Ember Spirit the kills, it's about setting the team up. He's 1-0-13. You'll often see Ember Spirit's getting a lot of kills by finishing people up with a sleight of fist, but he's using it as the initiation tool every time. He's not finishing the kills, he's letting Luo take care of business. And because of that, Luo's got a Hex now as well. Like, what is this inventory? 24 minutes Necro Book, level 3, and a Hex Treads Midas. Oh my god.
He's looking good, man. He's looking good. And now EG's going to realize a horrible, horrible truth. They've lost Roshan. They're roaming around, pushing out top lane, but the damage is done already. There's an Aegis now on the back of this DD Battle Fury Chrysalis Ember Spirit, who now almost like is 1,200 gold away from having a full Daedalus up and running as well. And then they add the gem into the mix, so SK can't use Sandstorm to hide anymore. And they're looking just to jump in straight away. We're going to face headed off too as well. Sentry Wars might be down, so it won't be as easy just to pop inside the base. Observer Ward, hey, there you go. Now that Sentry Ward can do something. Ferrari, okay, he went Syrian Chains, but he didn't actually go with a sleight of fist. And well, Luo, at least it's a nice little crit out there from Arteezy. And Universe, you know what he wants, and you know where he wants it. The problem is, can he get it now? Oh, Ferrari! He checked the tree line. He saw the Firefly going into the tree. So it's Sleight of Fist Searing Chain. Put the Blink Dagger on the cooldown. He's looking to come in deeper, and he got another one over onto Arteezy. The Nightmare going to Ferrari. He is currently enfeebled as well. And Zai burst right. They forced up Ferrari a little bit further back in again. And then he jumped even deeper. PPD, half-life, has to use his 6 charges already. And the tower has been slowly whittled away here by Invictus Gaming. And there it goes. Into the range racks as well. Do they focus on melee or range? They can't make up their mind. Another Sleight of Fist. The coup de grace is over on creeps right now. That's not what they want. Both racks are equally dropping. No focus yet. Now they got the last super. The Hex Universe! Arrow from Twan gets the kill. Nathan, who got short scorched Earth stolen, but oh no, Arteezy. Look at the damage being dealt. He gets destroyed. GG! 26 minutes in. Invictus Gaming will stem this to a third and final deciding matchup to see who will be the winner of the first ESL One. And a landmark stadium here, the Commerce Bank Arena, live in Frankfurt. What a way to end the final, Cinder, and we get to go to a third match.
And one last thing I want to mention about this match that I think is absolutely incredible. I often